What up? Let's get ready, baby. Let's get ready. What up? Let's get ready, baby. Let's get ready. Next, let's do my mic checks. Let's do my mic checks, man. Make sure the mic is good. It's always got to be something.
These families. Know this. You are not black. That's the color in the crown box. You are Moors, the architects of civilization from Timbuktu to Grenada. You taught Europe how to bathe, brought light to the dark ages, and built empires the world still copies today. Let's set the record straight. Now feel this beat. And polish unapologetic. This cocaine cowboy push it through the limit. Home away from home, I'm on a different planet. It's guapped up and still roll with it. They don't understand and speak a different language. These pimps got me feeling like I'm really famous. DJ Derek named by Sabir Bay, who built the pyramids. So why they hate the Aboriginal, painted with a different face. Legacy lost, stolen now. Really think we were first on every continent. Read the scroll. So why you cherish paper more than gold? Kushite, bloodline, Berber plain. Before the names changed, we ran the game. From Holly Wealth to a hammer stone, we taught King's man, brought science home. The first man on the planet was a Moor. The first to teach arithmetic was a Moor. The first college ever built by a Moor. Your legacy was stolen. Get erased by the system no more. Stand tall, king. Before Oxford, before Yellow Rome, Moors had universities made of stone. Timbuktu had libraries deep, where they read stars and dreams in they sleep. Granada like fountains in the air, architecture so cold, man, nothing could compare. Europe wasn't built, but we cleaned them up. Taught hygiene, food science, brewed them cups. We navigated seas, mapped out stars with compasses while they were spirit Mars. We translated Aristotle, preserved old scrolls. They call it Renaissance, but it came from our soul. Don't believe me? Look at the coats of arms, dark places and gold. Yeah, we caused alarm. Salt and steel, Morris shield. Check the flag. That truth been revealed. Why they changed the name? Why erase the past? Why call you slave when you taught the class? Your best got banned, your name got flipped, your language stripped, your women whipped. But we still rise like Morris ties. You can't bury truth, it's alive in our eyes. The first man on the planet was the Moor, and the Moor teacher arithmetic was the Moor, like a first college. Not a Senegal, you the Moor. Stand tall, king, you the Moor. They branded you black to disconnect you from your birthright, but history can't be hidden forever. The Moors didn't just ride horses and wear turbans. They built empires, navigated oceans, ruled courts, and taught peace and science to the world. So next time they ask who you are, tell them, roll with it.
So what's up, everybody? Come on the cipher, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You know, it's really crazy to me that, you know, I do a lot of things. Let me turn my camera on. I do a whole lot of things, people, and I'm tired. Like, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Not, again, I keep repeating this. It's not a physical tired, but it's a mental tired, right? And why am I saying this? It's because I was out today with my daughter, and for some reason, niggas don't have no respect for you. That goes for Moors too. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. These, and I'm saying niggas, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying people, period. Let's say black people, whatever which way you want to rock with this thing. But I was out with my daughter today, and I you know, and I'm trying to chill, and it's wild because I let people like reach me. I literally have people that can reach me. And the wild part about all of this is that nobody's calling you saying, brother, are you good? Are you cool? What you need, right? And I'm out with my daughter. Every day is always something. It's something with somebody, with their personal, with them. So I'm out with my daughter today, and I'm getting text messages, you know, and I'm getting emails, and I'm getting people hitting me up and saying, yo, Sabir, what about this? Well, Kabir, could I do this? Well, how about this? And I'm like, did y'all hear what I said about Atlanta? I can't even go to Atlanta. I won't make it to Atlanta for the premiere of Heavy as the Crown on Wednesday. Because this is the thing, and I want y'all to hear me. And again, please, people, don't get on my feed. Don't come on my feed talking about, you know, why. I'm just being 100 with y'all. People will disrespect you and praise you when you're dead. Nobody, just like Michael Jamal Warner, nobody really paid attention to him. So he was gone. And I said this, and I'm out with my daughter today, and I'm in a park, and I'm getting all of these messages, all these like text messages and conversations, and I'm like, what's your way to do? And I said, what I'm going to do is just start ignoring my phone calls. If you're not a person that really supports what I do, and I'm just going to start ignoring, because I want to get, I do have 2 phones, and everybody don't have my other phone number. And I have 2 phones because of my children, because I get early morning text messages, early morning like messages, and it's not about business. It's about what can they get from me, and then they bounce. I said I was going to go to Atlanta, but I can't even get there because the tickets was like $1,500 damn near. And that's on Wednesday. Even try to do a different way of making myself get there, but I can't. So I'm out at the park today, and I'm with my daughter, and all of these people are hitting me up asking me about shows. Just if you literally sat back and took a pen and a piece of paper, you can literally find out everything you need just by watching my videos. And no one else, I guarantee you 120,000%, no one else, you're going to get that on. Nobody, you're going to hear duplicates, but you're going to not hear 100% of me on these feeds. I'm going to be real with y'all. So, yeah. So I've had a conversation with my brother Shafiq. If y'all don't know who Shafiq is, I'm going to help y'all out. Nope. Wow, people want something. And that's what it is. This is the nature of black people. Unless you want to sell them a package. Unless you really want to sell them a package. I'm being 100 with y'all. So I'm on the phone with my brother Shafiq. And if y'all don't know who my brother El Shafiq is a brother that I started radio with. We go back to the late 90s. And I'm on the phone with my brother Shafiq. And he's on the phone with me, and I started radio with him. And what happened, if y'all don't know my background, I just walked into radio, y'all. I've been doing radio for over 25 years. Not this blog talk, not this podcast. I did radio. Radio, like when you engineer your show, produce your show, host your show. So Shafiq and I, and I'm gonna help y'all out. Just in case y'all don't know who he is, I'm gonna introduce y'all to who Shafiq is, right? This is my brother Shafiq. He was the first person that wrote in my newspaper. The first person that wrote in my newspaper. That's my newspaper right there. You see his name says El Shafiq Asad Ali. That's his name. He was the first person that wrote inside my newspaper. For y'all that don't know, I did a newspaper back in 2003 before I got on the radio. No Moors financed it. No Moors put up no money for it. But Shafiq and I was on the phone. And most of y'all don't even know who this brother is. Y'all don't even know who this man is, right? So all this Indian talk, we talked about it back then. They don't want to call Sabir to have this conversation with me, but I'm gonna explain some stuff to y'all. So I'm on the phone with my brother Shafiq. We used to go to city council meetings. We used to in Philadelphia, where we from. All these things that we were doing. So I'm on the phone with Shafiq as I'm out with my daughter, and I'm actually going to get her food, and I'm going to take it to the park. And I'm sitting on the phone with him, and he says, Sabir, I'll be 50 in a couple of weeks. I ain't got time for none of this bull, he said. I ain't got time for none of it. So I'm on the phone with him, and he was telling me about a brother, and I want y'all to hear me. Let me make this very clear for all of you. I, Sabir Bey, don't belong to no Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm not part of a Moorish Science Temple of America. I am not part of a Moorish Science Temple of America. Okay? So as I'm on the phone with him, he's telling me about Moors, about what is happening with these Moors. He works for City Hall now in Philadelphia, Shafiq. So I'm on the phone with Shafiq, and I'm talking to Shafiq about, Moors, and he's telling me about Moors that had got locked up. And as I'm on the phone with him, there's a brother named by the name Arsanti. Most of y'all don't know who Arsanti is. If you are Moor and you go back to the late 1999, 98 or 2000, you would know who Arsanti is. So I'm on the phone with him, and he's telling me about a brother that rented a place in Philadelphia where I used to stay at in Philly when I go back to Philly. And it's so funny. He said, yo, this brother, I need y'all to hear me. But some of y'all that rock that UCC one stuff, for y'all that rock the UCC, this is all documents I had for years. Let me help y'all out. All of these are documents for years. I can pull them all out. All of this that you see that these new dudes are doing, I've been talked about this years ago. I just don't bring it out to people anymore. Why? So bear with me. As I'm on the phone with Shafiq, he's telling me that there was a brother that rented it was an expensive place too, people in Philadelphia. And as I'm talking to him on the phone, he's saying this brother didn't pay his rent. Now he's a Moor. He described the brother to me and all, and I was like, really? So he said he's in a wheelchair. He got shot. And I said, he got shot. I said, do the brother walk around with a dog? He said, I don't know. I said, okay, let me just see if I can describe if that's the same brother. So I said, do we have a round face? He wear glasses. So he said, yes, that's him. I said, how did I know that was him? How did I know that was him? So y'all may not know what I'm talking about. So as I'm on the phone with him, he said, there's a thing they have in Philly. If you can't pay your rent, there's a program because he works for City Hall. They pay your rent for 3 months or something like that until you get it together. But this particular spot in Philly, they put him out because he didn't pay his rent. So he got Shafiq. Shafiq was trying to help him, a Moor that was trying to help him, and he works for City Hall now. So as he's telling me this story about the brother, he's trying to help him, right? And he said he didn't help him fast enough because these Moors are getting people, and it's making a bad reputation for Moors. So as he's telling me this, he said then the dude tried to CC him, and then I can't lie, this is the kicker. He said the brother tried to sue him under the treaty in the UCC. I said, nigga, I'm done. I swear to God, I said, I'm done. He said, Sabir, I'll be 50 in a couple of weeks, bro. He said, I ain't got time for it. And I told Shafiq, I don't have time for it either. I'm going to be a buck with y'all. I don't think y'all heard what I just said. This nigga said that the brother in the wheelchair tried to sue him when he was trying to help him because niggas are selling UCC1 papers. And I've been there from the beginning. I could tell you all about the damn UCCs, bro. I got documents on top of documents. I'm laughing at this. I swear to God. He said treaty and UCC. I said, no. I said, he didn't. I said, he's not doing that. I said, it's not. No, he's not. He said, yeah. So there's another brother that he told me came home named Arsanti. So now I remember Arsanti got locked up. Now I'm telling y'all the conversation that we have. This is the conversation we have. Now, sorry, Arsanti does. I mean, we go back. Shafiq goes back. We all go back. So I'm sitting there He's telling me this is why you don't hear about my brother Johanna. You don't hear about Kamar. You don't hear about a lot of Moors, bro, because this shit will burn you out for real. You don't get no support. And I didn't produce documentaries, newspapers, radio stations more than any of them have ever done. So I'm on the phone with him. Hey, Jarrell, you got to come on the feed. You got to come on the feed, bro. I can sell all this stuff. Listen, family, for real rap, if I want to, I can sell all this. I just don't. For what? But you could talk to me. I'll walk you through it. So this is the part. I'm on the phone with Shafiq. We're going in about the Moors, right? And everybody sending me videos about what the Moors are doing. They taking people's property, right? So I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. My whole demeanor now is like, I have nothing to do with that. If somebody want to know the history about the Moors, they can get in contact with me. I don't belong to a temple. So as I'm on the phone with Shafiq, he said Arsanti called him. I said, Arsanti? He said, I don't even know why I was on the phone with him. Now, y'all may not know who Arsanti is. Arsanti is a brother that was quite sassy. There's quite a few other Moors that was involved in this. In Camden, New Jersey, I told this story a million times. In Camden, New Jersey, we used to have the round table, and I was telling Arsanti and my brother T in Philly, I remember the day. Now I'm taking you back to 2000 or 2001. 2000 or 2001. One more time. 2001. So as I'm sitting on the phone with Shafiq, and I said, yo, I remember I was sitting in the room, bro. And they was passing papers around because they still doing that to this day. The crazy stuff they still doing. Signing in red ink. I swear to God, this is what's going on, right? All this is happening. So I'm sitting there, and I remember I got a phone call from Brother Taj. This is how good my memory is. You know, we have to, like, these kind of phones. Let me help y'all out. These kind of phones, my nigga. It was this kind of phone. You know, these motherfuckers. Phone. You know what I mean? The flip phone type shit, right? So I'm on the phone with Taj, right? And we sitting there, right? We sitting in the room with a long table. And I'm sitting there. Taj calls me. Taj Tariq Bey, that is. Taj says, Sabir, don't get involved in that, bro. Now, mind you, same day, my name was on the paper already. Because I'm thinking at the time, this is the hype of the whole Moorish movement. I swear to God, bro, this is what's going on. So I'm saying this so y'all can understand the foundation of how and where we at today and why Moors have a bad reputation. So I'm sitting there and I said, damn, I signed my name on all of this shit, right? This is why I don't sign. Moors be to this day, brother, be trying to get me to sign my name for the witnesses, right? I swear to God, witnesses. So the crazy part was, right, I don't sign no paperwork when Moors send me that. I don't. So please don't send it to me. Don't ask me, brother, I need your signature. No, I'm going to charge you for my signature, my nigga. And I'm not even going to sign it that way. But anyway, this is what was happening. So I'm on the phone with Shafiq. So the brother Arsanti, right, he gets locked up. Now, mind you, I'm helping you motherfuckers out, okay? I don't know if you ever went through this, but this is the crazy stuff that was going on. They came and grabbed all those damn Moors. Now, mind you, I started radio in 2003, brother, same day, which I showed you the newspaper. I'm going to show you how this is, right? So this is a hell of a story. People, just imagine somebody interview me on all this shit, dude. It's funny as fuck. So they came, like the Moors started leaving because what they were doing is trying to discharge airplanes, private airplanes, bro. I swear to God. They was this is the weirdest thing that was going on. So they were trying to discharge airplanes, UCC bills. It was this clear foam that we used to create, and it called accepted for value. I swear to God, this is what's going on. They would put that on a bill and send that into the electric company, whatever company, right? I swear to God, this is what was going on. I swear to God. So I'm sitting back like, yo, something ain't right. So when they started, now I'm gonna tell you the real part about this. This is how ill it was. We did put liens on judges, and that's what pissed them off. That was really pissed them off. We used to put liens on judges' property. But when you have a few spoiled apples, right, in a bunch, because it was a few spoiled apples in a bunch, they will mess it up for everybody else. So now these dudes was buying Lear jets, renting Lear jets with porno on it. And all, I swear to God, this is what was happening, bro. I'm in the courtroom when this shit was going on. So as I'm in there, then I'm giving y'all back to 1999, 2000s, okay? 2000, 2001, around that time frame. So all this is happening. I said, damn, this is crazy, yo. So they all left and went, some went to Jersey, some went to Atlanta, different places, right? So all this is going on. I'm telling the story, so I want y'all to know who this dude is. So most of the dudes was probably at the time in their 60s or 70s. They was old, they dead probably now. So Arsanti is around our age. So he was the youngest dude that was in there. I swear to God, this is the weird part. So they literally had black helicopters, nigga. I swear to God. They went Simon. You know how they hit a warrant, hit somebody all at the same time, no matter where you at? They hit them niggas all the way around in Jersey. If you was in Jersey, you ran to Atlanta, they had niggas coming out of mother freaking helicopters, nigga. Black helicopters coming down on niggas' roofs. This is all in the court records, right? I'm sitting there, saved there. I'm like, yo, this shit. Now, mind you, I was in the room. My name was in them papers, right? I never sold nothing though. I never did. But Taj, the one that they keep claiming that sells paperwork, but never sold paperwork, right? They accused, he never sold paperwork. So all this is happening. So I'm on the phone with our Shafiq. So I'm like, Shafiq, yo, bro. He said, Arsanti called me, Sabir. I said, yeah, I know. They said he was trying to contact me. I said, for what though? He did over, I think he did 20 years, almost 20 years, I think it was. I swear to, listen, fam, y'all don't understand how deep this shit go. That nigga was in there for a minute, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? So, mind you, like, he comes home. Somebody from Jersey called me and said, yo, Sabir, Arsanti's trying to reach you. I said, for what? I swear to God, I said, for what, right? So Shafiq said, yo, I just talked to Arsanti 2 weeks ago. He said, I figured it out. And Shafiq said, nigga, how long was you in jail that you didn't figure that shit out how to get out of jail? I'm being real. Shafiq was like, Shafiq said, no, not Grand Sheik. Got nothing to do with that. Listen to me, y'all. You gotta follow me. So Shafiq said, you mean to tell me you've been in jail that long, you ain't figure out how to get out of jail? Like, this is the thing. Niggas will get you in jail, but never show you how to get out of jail. Ain't that crazy? I can run down some more names. Now, I need y'all to follow me. So as I'm doing this, right, I'm on the phone with him. He said, I shouldn't even been on the phone with that nigga. Shafiq said, Shafiq said I shouldn't even been on the phone with him, right? So I'm on the phone. I was like, I said, yeah. I said, I did get a couple of calls, but I don't pick up calls I don't know. You know what I mean? So I did, you know what I mean? Because the dude that I know, we have, you know, we all more. So I said, oh yeah, you can give my number. But I get calls that I don't know who they are, and I'm not picking up, right? So I'm on the phone with Shafiq. He said, yo, Sabir, I'm turning 50 in a couple of weeks, bro. I ain't got time for none of this bull, right?
Right.
I said, I want a peaceful life. This is what he said, right? He said, I want a peaceful life. I said, yeah, but see, if I did it, niggas think I'm selling out, right? I gave up. I ain't giving up. I'm just going to tell you how to do it, but I'm not going to do it that way. So he's on the phone with me, and he's telling me niggas are trying to discharge stuff and still use UCCs. Nigga, I was in a room with the UCCs, bro. If I really want to say that, I could sell people this. This stuff is not new. You think I got stuff on the internet? Dude, I can. Look how many, you know how much stuff is, bro? Like, real rap. Like, and I know it. I could take you to a law library and sit you in a law library. We can have a whole lot class in the law library. Law, hey, I don't care what state on a UCC. But niggas don't want that. They want the fast way. So they'll say, and I said this to Shafiq, and I said it to my brother T. I said, yo, these niggas say, well, Spirit think you know everything. Nigga, I know more than what you think I know, and I know more than you. Believe that. On that, I know this for a fact. So all these new people was coming in. Oh yeah, well I accepted it for value, brother, because you know what? I discharged my cell phone bill. Nigga, no, you didn't. Stop. You're lying. Nigga, this is the cap up, right? I swear to God, this is what they be saying. I be laughing because people send me that stuff, and I be sitting back saying, nigga, no, you didn't. It just is laying dormant for a minute, and then they're gonna come at you and cut your phone off. Once they figure it out, right? They're going to come at you. But there is a way to do it. So The weird part is, I think it was Shafiq too. I think it was Shafiq or my brother kid, Bush kid. He asked this question. He said, ask this question online. How many of these Moors got passports? He said, ask that question. I don't know if it was Bush kid or Shafiq. He said, ask these Moors, how many of them have passports? That was the illest thing ever. Let's see how many of them. Y'all should start asking them Moors that question. And I'm gonna tell you what they would say to you. I don't need a passport. I'm already home. That means you can't get it. That's why. You see how this is unfolding, brother? They'll tell you it doesn't matter. We don't need a passport. The reason why they want to tell you that is because they can't get one. And they can't get one in their name. And this is the weird part. I swear to God. Right? Why niggas hate Moor stuff? Because you have Moors that's doing crooked and wicked stuff for money. Did I answer your question?
Facts.
Can I answer your question? It's because Moors are doing things just to get money and get by. That's why. I hope I answered your question. Very simple. So I'm on the phone with Shafiq and I said, yo, Shafiq, brother, this travel, brother, leave here. Right? And I said to him, I said, I bet you Arsante's name is under his original name. I forgot his name, but it's under his name. And what I'm saying to y'all is I want y'all to hear me out, because you may get a piece of jewel that's inside what I'm saying. Shafiq's name is El Shafiq on his paperwork. Didn't go to court. Didn't do none of that. But this is what it was. Hold up. That's his name, and it's on his passport. He works in City Hall now. He wrote the first article in my newspaper. Not a Moor put up no money to help get this newspaper out. That's why I stopped the newspaper. That's his name. Right? So as I'm sitting there, and actually Jarrell can bear witness to what I'm saying too. He got it on his passport. Am I lying, Jarrell?
Yep, my appellation is on my passport.
Okay. So you would want to figure out, how did Sabir do it? How did he get Shafiq to do it? Because I told Shafiq too. I told him how to walk you through and do it. I showed Jarrell how to do it. You would think somebody would pay me $3,000 to show you how to do this. Nigga, I ain't doing this for free for niggas on here so they can take it and charge somebody and mess up somebody's life. I don't do stuff like that.
Right.
I don't do that, bro. So if you paid attention to any of my videos, bro, any of my videos, you will always hear me say what I've done, not who I gave something to do. It's what I've done to myself first. So when I told you I went to the Social Security Administration, and because you can go, let me shut up. It's too much information. But anyway, they told me I couldn't work in the U.S. when I went to the Social Security Administration. There's a whole story behind that too. But see, this is the thing. Like this whole UCC one stuff, people, everything. And I told my brother T this. Everything is a UCC. Everything is a UCC. I don't care what you sign. The passport, driver's license, mortgages, nigga, everything that you sign when you walk into a gym, that's what it is. That's the UCC. You should be asking Sabir, could we have a one-on-one about a signature? I think I'm gonna start doing my Patreon or Zoom again. But yeah, I'm serious, bro. It's real, family, because it was weird, because I'm sitting back and I'm in the park with my daughter. I said, I can't even get to Atlanta. These motherfuckers, like, excuse my French, y'all. I said, these motherfuckers don't put up no money for nothing. And then my brother, we on the phone and we like, you mean to tell me all them niggas on your feed don't do that? I said, nigga, no. But let me sell them something. Let me sell them a piece of paper. But if you really want to know about the UCC, give it. I can tell you all about it. So he's on the phone with Shafiq. And I said, I swear to God, this is me. My personal. Not that I'm scared of none of this, none of this, right? You can put me on a platform, put me on a major TV show and watch I break this down. So I'm sitting there. See what I'm saying? UCC 1-10. See the typical, right? Do you know how many volumes of it is, the Uniform Commercial Codes? You see the typical right there, Joel?
Right. And even with that right there, what does it mean? What does it mean to reserve your rights?
What does it even mean? This is what I'm talking about with these dudes, bro. They don't even know, bro. If I walk, no lie, same day you in Detroit, right?
Yep.
Where's your law library at?
I wouldn't even know. I had to do some research.
Do some research. I can tell you where's that. It's in a
Gotta
university,
be
Wayne State.
where?
Wayne
Wayne
State.
State? Yeah, yeah. I know where that's at.
Well, I've been there before. You think I don't know? You think I'm
Right.
telling you? I can tell you where everybody's law library. I can come to any city and do a class right inside your law libraries and have a
So,
bunch of people that mug. I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been there. How did I know it was Wayne State? I was there. How
yep,
do I know
it
about
is.
Thurgood Marshall? How do I know about Jenkins Law Library? How do I know about all of these things? How I know? Because I was in these places. And if you ever go to YouTube and punch in Sabir Bay and Thurgood Marshall, Sabir Bay, and any law library, Emory Law Library in Atlanta, you will see me in there. I'm not lying.
Sabir, I wanted to ask you a question. So, what's the law library in Chicago?
In Chicago, I'm not sure where's that because I don't think I've been to that one yet.
Okay,
I haven't been to that one yet. In Chi-Town.
it's probably big. It's probably
It
big,
may,
bro.
it may be, but I'm gonna tell you the one I was in that was Thurgood Marshall that was in Texas was crazy. That's me right there in Emory Law Library. That's my son. Right? That's me. That's Emory Law Library. Let me just show you on the inside what I used to do. Y'all, it's crazy, brother. Like, dude, I would have a field day, and you can rent a law library in Philadelphia for $50 an hour.
Okay.
$50, and you know I said that before, and nobody wanted to put up money. But let me say I got a UCC one package, you're gonna find $2,000-$3,000. And when this is what I'm saying, and why I'm saying it, because when people get burnt, brother, then they want to blame the Moorish movement when it has nothing to do with the Moorish movement. I'm going to repeat this again. This has nothing to do with your name and nationality, people. It has nothing to do with name and nationality or who you are. It's the law part. But see, the thing about it, though, this is why you notice all these people go to jail because they want a quick fix in everything that they do. And that's what causes your problems. That's what caused the problems. So we don't want and I only been in for 33 minutes, and I had another intro song I wanted to play, but nobody wants to really put the work in. But yet they will say, well, Sabir think he knows everything. Well, I know enough. I guarantee you that for damn sure. That's for damn sure. So let me show you something, brother, with me inside of a law library, an Emory Law Library. Right? That's my son Ibn right there. That's me doing class inside of a law library, Emory. And that's my son Ibn. My children, brother, has always been around me, and they come first. That's my son. If you see, he's sitting with his dad inside of a law library. That's Ibn. He turns 3 next month. Let me show you another one. People don't care about you, brother. And when you dead, that's when they want to celebrate you. And this is why I said I'm my distance with people, because people don't give a damn about you. As long as they can use you, get what they need to get from you, and run. So my son, him, be 3 next month. He was little one, and he wasn't even walking at that time. But let me show you this one. That's my son right here, Amir, the one that passed away. My children had always been with me, bro. That's the one that got killed. Always been with me. He was about 5 on this picture. It's around the same age as my daughter right now. So no matter what work that I had put in, I had always had my children with me. These niggas are not having their children with them. And we don't respect people who carry or have their children so they can see. And when I'm doing this, bro, I'm passing this down. I'm passing so they can look at me when I'm not in the physical anymore. They can look and say, I was in the room with my dad. He started that. Amir was 22 when he got killed. He was 5 in this picture. 5 in this picture, 22 when he got killed. Right. You can't possibly tell me I'm not already did the work. I didn't have newspapers I showed y'all. I didn't had every goddamn thing under the God's creation. And that's all niggas do is take from you. And I sat back and said, damn. And then I'm talking to my man T that's in Philly, another Moor. And he asked me a question. What keeps you going, Sabir? And I forgot the answer I gave him. And he said, what keeps you motivated and what keeps you going? Being real with myself. Niggas will get on these feeds and sell y'all the world for the UCCs. And it's weird because people will test you, brother, to see you know, what you know in your head, or think they tempted me, or Sabir is selling out, or Sabir is fed up. No, I'm not fed up. I'm not tired. I'm just tired of niggas with their bullshit. That's all I'm tired. I'm tired of people try to play me as if I don't know, because I don't give you what you want. And once they get what they want from you, they keep running. They out. A brother said, ain't no way in hell that you should not have what you need to have, Sabir. And he's right. 90%. But I said Allah only gives you what you can handle. Allah can give you, only give you what you can handle.
Right.
This. So I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of people. So if I don't pick your calls up when you call me, baby, remember that. I'm too busy dealing with my children because you don't care. We all got responsibilities. We all got bills. Everybody talking about it's hard out here. It's very hard out here, especially with somebody with me trying to stay constant and start to stay consistent and actually not bending over. Nigga, what y'all think I got it easy? What you think people throwing me money? Nah. So you got to deal with stuff like this. I'm gonna take a quick break. You got to deal with this, people.
You know this is easy, right?
It ain't easy, baby.
You think this is easy, right?
It ain't easy.
You think you got what it takes?
It ain't easy.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see right now.
We're gonna see.
So you wanna be a conscious rapper? Can you handle the press and the negative chatter? Can you eat cold platters?
Run it back.
We're gonna see right now.
It ain't easy, brother. It's hard as hell.
Go. So you wanna be a conscious rapper? Can you handle the press and the negative chatter? Can you eat cold platters and still spit data? Watch others spit lies and they pockets get better.
Woo, run it back.
So you wanna be a conscious rapper? Can you handle the press and the negative chatter? Can you eat cold platters and still spit data? Watch others spit lies and they pockets get better. Can you climb up the ladder and reach the top? But it still doesn't matter that you ain't pop. Can you rock for the love of the art? Can you drop hit after hit after hit and still on chart? Can you really stay loyal to God when your life is full of strife? Plus it always seems so hard. Can you handle the criticism? People holding you up to higher standards, but they don't live them. Can you hear these kitty flow chart? Can you really stay loyal to God when your life is full of strife? Plus it always seems so hard. Can you handle the criticism? People holding you up to higher standards, but they don't live them. Can you hear these kitty flows and laugh at it? But when you spit, they calling you arrogant. You better think about that before you rock to them. Sometimes it's easier to pop your Chris. Let's do it.
To pop your Chris, baby.
My shoes, you have no clue what I go through.
I'm so much pain, baby.
Conscious rapper ain't a mystery. You gotta laugh when they call you contradictory. The whole industry, you gotta push and pull. To really get with me, you gotta dodge they bullets. Blah, blah, blah. Every day in every way, you can't talk something to say. At the same time, you gotta uphold Christ, uphold life while others slash cars and ice. It can break you down, take you down, make you frown. It can actually shake your ground. If you love who you are and believe in that, let's believe you will be where the teacher's at. And where's that? In fact, in cold or heat. Yes, I declare victory over the streets, overstand, over these beats, over the so-called elite, over the strong, over the weak. I know how to speak, and most of all, I know how to eat. I know I want humble in me, so you better think about that before you rock it in. Sometimes it's easier to pop your Chris.
Can't do what I do, baby. Hard. Felt my pain, baby.
Yeah. Thinking about being a conscious MC. Well, you gotta love God and you got to live free. You got to see the life that others can't see. You got to be the person that others can't be. You can't be a LG. Well, you gotta love God and you got to live free. You got to see the life that others can't see. You got to be the person that others can't be. You can't be a SLABE. You saying to yourself, this may be me. Then you know going in that you work against sin. Your learning skills will kill the demons within. So don't expect respect from slaves and hoes, nor the slave masters video shows, nor the rap mags. You know how it goes, especially black You know they don't know. Just go to the crowds that you know will need you. Because nothing compares to the
Love
respect of the people.
Respect
That's
the
what
people,
you
baby.
look for. That's what you work with. Because anything else is truly worthless. You better think about that before you rock to this. Sometimes it's easier to just pop your Chris. You better think about that when you rock to this. Sometimes it's easier to just pop your Chris.
Think you can do what I do. Think you can step in my shoes.
Step in my shoes, brother.
Have no clue what I go through. My life, you never felt no pain. When they attack my name, all because I spoke in the truth. Think you can do what I do. Think you can step in my shoes. You have no clue what I go through. You never felt no pain. When they attack my name, all because I spoke in the truth.
You know the crazy part is that was KRS-One, man. You never know. You got to be conscious. How can you be conscious? You got to dodge everything. People calling you contradictory. And I'm on the phone with my boy Shafiq, and I'm telling him niggas gonna say your spirit sold out. And this is what I mean about people, man. And I'm gonna be real. And this is not a stab on you, my brother. Same day. Niggas always want to say rest in peace. Don't put rest in peace with me. When I'm going, nigga, don't say rest in peace with me. Don't even pull nothing out. Seriously. I'm sitting back, and I sat back when I was in the park. I was having this conversation with my brother T because he lost his wife. And what happened? We talking about losing parents, and I'm swinging with my daughter in the park as we in the park. And I said I was with my mother when she passed away, right next to her, to her dying, her last breath. And I was with my father when he died. I saw my son when he got shot up. And I sat back and I said, what state of mind did you think I would be in now? I should be crazy, right? I said, I've been shot up. No lie, this is me in the park, and I'm having this conversation with my, people that I know personally. And I said, I died on the table the first time I got shot. And I sat back because people love to say rest in peace to the people. You didn't give a fuck about the people when they was alive. You didn't even utter these people's names. But we want to say rest in peace because you didn't give a damn about them. This is why I said people, especially black people, you're hypocritical. I sat back and I told my boy, I said, when I got shot the first time I died, I don't know what dying is, but I said in my head, I was telling the brother, I can imagine what that brother was going through when he was in the water. Nigga, this is the end. Like, nigga, this is how I'm going to go. I swear this is me. So I said, I can imagine what was going on in his head. Right. But I sat there and he made a choice to go out there to do that. Right. Just like everybody else. We make choices, not mistakes. So I sat back and I said, I remember when I died. I don't know what dying feel like was, but when I got shot the first time, I was flatlined. It brought me back. I can remember that. And the second time I got shot, I was like, nigga, I got hit. And my boy, we talking on the phone. I said, I got hit 5 times. I got a bullet in my head, bullets in my chest. I got hit 5 times with a 38. And he's like, huh? And I'm like, literally like, and I don't want y'all to understand the dead part. How do we know we're not dead? Brother, for 2 weeks after I got shot, I'm asking people, can they see me? Can you see this thing? I want you to understand the psychological part to this motherfucker. Like, I'm walking around for 2 motherfucking weeks. I know people who got shot in their head, they're not here. Many do, some don't. Many don't survive it. So all these things is happening in my brain, right? And I said, damn, am I really alive? And I'm asking people, can you touch me? I want you to understand what that would do to your psyche. Can you see me? I'm asking people, can they see me? Am I alive? Like, and I said, people get shot once and they're gone. Everybody, people has a purpose in life. And like Willie D said, and this is not nothing new. Make sure your house in order because tomorrow is not promised to nobody. Do right by people.
Man, I remember every time you tell me that or whatever, I just thank God I made it. I failed y'all. That didn't affect me at all. I made it. And then my brother Malcolm didn't make it. And I disagree with that. I appreciate what was that song? Oh, whatever. I appreciate that because Malcolm, but Jamal Warner, he was a
good dude.
He was a character on a TV show. He was Theo.
Good dude.
I looked up to Theo. I just found out that he was only 4 years older than me because I'm 50. He died at 54. Drowning.
Death has no age limit on it, brother.
I know.
This is why my brother Shafiq said, Sabir, I'll be 50 in a couple of weeks. I ain't got time for the bullshit. People think they forever 21, nigga. That shit goes like this, nigga. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. You ain't
It's
forever
been a long
21.
time.
So
Mhm.
what did you do? And I was telling them about angels, right? I was saying you have an angel on each side of you, right? These motherfuckers, one be over there, yeah, go ahead and do it, nigga. The other one, like, think about it before you do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's
We don't,
true.
and it's real talk. But if I can keep a people busy, and this is why I said the wickedest thing or the evilest thing that you can do, and if you can't control your hunger drive and your sex drive, and I know that may be cliche for some people, oh, I don't want to talk about that, nigga. We supposed to fuck, right? No, control your hunger drive and your sex drive. When you can control those two things, you become that God that you keep talking about. But if you look at majority of these people, look at the way we treat each other, the way we act with each other. I don't say nothing ill about people, but niggas always trying to jump on my feed for what? Nigga, they don't like the show, leave it. And you never hear me call them a tether or coon. And this is the thing I want you to understand, brother. It's not, just about the Moors. Umar Johnson's a Moor. Rather, he wants to believe it or not. Tariq Nasheed's a Moor. Rather, he wants to believe it or not. They're still Moors. Period. The civics part is what they're missing, right? So when they do things, brother, when these cats do what they do, that's their nature. When you see Umar doing what he's doing, that's really him that's coming out. Are you following me? When Tariq does what he does, that's him that's coming out. When he call people tethers, when he call people make cartoons, these little childish things at 50 years old, these childish things that he do, that's his nature. These are people who never grew up, or they got a position of power, then they use that power on other people, if that makes sense.
When you got to grow up that shit. You got to grow up out here.
But this is their nature because they never had anything, bro. And this is the reality. That goes for Tariq, that goes for Umar Johnson, and anybody else that's part of that. When you never had anything and you have a power, it's like anybody in any position, right? That's why Noble Dwelly said money doesn't make a man. It's free national standards and principles that make a man. What are your principles? Who are you uplifting? Denzel, I love this quote from Denzel Washington. He has a quote, and you can look it up. It's called learn. The first part of your life, you learn. The second part of your life, you earn. And I'm still trying to earn this motherfucker. I'm still trying to earn it. All right. And then you what? Return. What does that mean? He says you return to help other people. And this is what's not happening with us. We not in this conscious community, brother, it's not happening. And this is why when I say Moors, the way Moors are, that's Moors. It doesn't matter around the board. We're not talking about Moors with feathers on their heads, bro. I'm talking about Moors, period. And these are the people that don't want to have these type of conversations because their dirt is going to come out. No values, none. Learn, earn. Okay, I'm getting text messages, so don't worry about it. Learn.
Oh, that's why I was wondering where that sound was coming from.
Learn, earn, return. Learn, earn, return. Learn, earn, return. And this is why I said black people have no principles, bro. We have none. But when a football game comes, you'll find $1,500 to go to a football game. If it's a sports thing that's coming, I went in Philadelphia, brother. It was a shirt, a jersey that was $200 something. I asked the nigga in John Wanamaker, is it bulletproof? What do you mean? I said, is this shit bulletproof? I asked him, was the jersey bulletproof? He said, it's official. Nigga, ain't nothing official.
Official. Certified.
I'm official, man. What's up? And this is the thing. This is the thing about our people. We add value to nonsense, bro. Nonsense. The value that we give to these dudes that you see on social media that it's not giving you anything back, it's insane. I'm like, what are you getting out of it? What did you get out of being on a show for 3 hours, having somebody call somebody tethers? What did you get out of it? What did he teach you?
I got laughter.
See what I'm saying? That's what niggas like, jokes. You follow me? This is the problem. You laugh too much. You know, sometimes
I never laughed so much in my life.
It's not a joke because the world is watching us, brother. And that's why the world look at us the way we are, because we a joke. That's how they look at it. That's why KRS-One had the song, You Like Me. As long as I'm dancing and singing, You like me. And this is why you get mad and you disrespect other people who are fighting for freedom. Niggas ain't fighting over here, brother, because if you were fighting, you would tear this motherfucker down. You ain't fighting. You wouldn't ask the nigga for reparations. You'll take the reparations. These niggas are asking. If you're not going to fight for it, then why don't you get educated on what reparations is? Don't that sound much better? You'll fight for it, right? Or they're not asking you, they taking it from you. But yet when Moors are trying to fight for you, you actually come at them. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that these Moors do. I don't. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I could tell if honestly, if somebody put me on a show, I'm gonna tell you how they took this. They would lock a nigga up for a candy bar, but they took a damn nation, but niggas scared to say that part. You follow me? I'm the type of person to say stuff like that. I'm the type of person that will be on the show and ask white people where their green cards at. That's me. So this is why I said these niggas are there for entertainment. You said you laugh, and this is why they laugh at you, because you a joke. And this is why you're going to disrespect the person from the Caribbean who is actually fighting, and you want to tell a nigga that they fleeing. Niggas flee all day long. Niggas flee when you running from the cops. What the hell, cops? What do you call it?
You be running from the cops, fleeing, stay fleeing.
Fleeing, nigga. If you fleeing from one state, one city to the next city, you fleeing. But you let these little words that these niggas sit on these feeds with, right? Talking about they flee. Oh yeah, he fled from Africa. Nigga, you don't have bombs dropped on you. Somebody sent me a video on TikTok, and I hope these people on TikTok is watching. I hope they come over here. This is the weirdest thing ever. They on TikTok talk about people from Nigeria. Niggas in the United States, you could tell me about your great... Listen, let me tell you something. I lived long enough, brother. I lived long enough. I know when cops used to drop us off in white neighborhoods. Nigga, you ain't never been through that shit.
Not me.
Lock it. Okay, so cops used to lock us, put us in a paddy wagon in Philly, and take us to a white neighborhood and let us go. Real talk. So these niggas that's on these feeds talking about the white supremacy, the white man, and they doing it. Nigga, them niggas ain't doing nothing, bro. Nothing. We fought in Philadelphia. You can go look it up. It's Philadelphia, Lombard Street. We used to have to fight in a white neighborhood to go swimming. Nigga, we didn't call it cops. We fought that motherfucker. We was fighting these white boys.
Race war? Damn.
Huh?
Race war?
It wasn't a race war. It wasn't a race war. It was just like, nigga, we from 22nd and Carrollton. We 20th and Carrollton.
Right.
We would go in these areas, and we made it safe for a lot of niggas that would go around that area. We did.
Yes.
This is not in 1960, bro. We talking about something from the mid 1980s, 1990s. We're not talking about 1960. So when people sit up here and talk on these feeds, talking about people running and fleeing from different countries, nigga, what did you do? These niggas, you ain't never see Tariq go through nothing like that. Nothing. And he would never utter a word about a white person. That's what I mean. So when real people are trying to fight to help people, sometimes, brother, you just want to throw up your hands and be like, the hell with them, bro. Because you got to fight with your own people. I have not fought with one white person, bro, that you call white. Not one. Not one. You know what I do? I get emails from them. You know what they tell me? You're right. But I ain't going to tell you. You're right. So they go to the people who actually they know can have us bickering amongst one another. I don't care. None of these dudes want to have a conversation with Sabir about who the Moors are. You didn't see the brother called in from the UK. I don't care who you bring or what professional you bring. I'm going to show you how this go. We're Moors without no doubt or contradictory. But the negative part, the negative is what they push out here to the masses of the people. Oh, the Moors are stealing houses. No, they're not. There's just niggas stealing houses. They doing that in Palestine, ain't they? Nobody's talking about what they doing in Palestine, right? Well, I ain't from Palestine. Nigga, they taking people's property in Palestine. Y'all do know that, right? But we ain't got nothing to do with it in Palestine, brother. We over in the United States, so I'm going to show you what because who's funding it? Who's putting it up? Somebody told me that Tariq was an agent. I don't know. Somebody said Umar, the girl came on the feed and said Umar Johnson was. She said she had FBI papers on him. I said, nigga, really? You ain't see that video with that? You see it, Jamal?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. You ain't never hear niggas say they got FBI papers on Sabir.
Oh, man.
That interview was crazy.
Huh?
I said that interview was crazy.
It was
That old girl.
But I'm gonna help you out.
When that happened?
It was a couple days ago. Somebody,
Oh man.
but it was yesterday, I think it was. But this is what I want you to understand, brother. They know what to push out to the masses of the people. This girl that Umar was dealing with is on everybody's show. She's on Tasha. Now think about it. She's on Tasha K. Wouldn't have this conversation with me. The Breakfast Club wouldn't have this conversation with me. I need y'all to follow me. They would never want to hear a real person explain this because it's you and the conscious people that say, no, we're not going to bring Sabir's name up. Now, I sat back and I heard people call Tariq Nasheed an agent. I know some stuff that I care not to talk about on here, but I heard some things. Factual, right? You ain't going to never, because you know why? If you have a Fed in the room with me, I'll be like Malcolm X. I'll be like this. You will be insulting my intelligence not to know what I'm going to say in advance. So I'm going to help you all out how this works. You ever hear that FBI file on Malcolm X? And he's talking to the FBI agent, and the dude said, tell us something about Elijah Muhammad. And Malcolm said, you be insulting my intelligence. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't be insulting my intelligence. You be insulting your own intelligence not to know what I'm going to say in advance. Those are people that you can't buy off. So the next, we can't buy this nigga off. So how are we going to get rid of him? You see what I'm saying? Let's get a nigga to do the dirty work. You follow me? She interviewed with TK. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I keep trying to tell you, y'all don't think I know what be going on? And this is the type of stuff they push out here to people. And if it's negative about the Moors, let's push it out. Let's push it out. And then the Moors that they will interview will be the soft, passive Moors in the temple. Islamism. But Noble Drawley didn't say that. Islam, nigga, I'm not Islam. Listen, I don't do that.
Right.
A Moor told me one time, an elder told me, when I call his house, say Islam. I said, well, guess what, brother? I won't be calling your house.
Dang.
Allahi. I could tell you the brother's name. He's from Philadelphia. His name is Thomas Eel. Thomas Eel
said, don't call my house unless you say Islam.
This is before my son passed away, but he did call me when my son passed. But you can't dictate to me what to say. I don't have to say Islam. I'm speaking English, nigga. Peace be unto you. You see how that works?
Yeah.
But this is what is happening. Yes, baby. I don't have no macaroni and cheese, but you can get the we have this vegan orange chicken. She loves it, man. You got to get it, bro. I don't know. Your burrito up there. Eat your burrito. It's up there. It's in the back. Okay. So when the brother said that to me, see, things happen, brother. See how that works? So I got my thoughts again. So happened. He said, don't call my house without saying Islam. And I said this, and I'm going to say this again for all of you Moors. And if you're a Moor that's on this feed, you can jump on the feed with me. I don't belong to a Moor Science Temple. They would call me a renegade Moor. Maybe I am. But I'm a truth speaker. And I don't belong to nobody's club. And you can't sway Sabir Bey to go no other way. Okay? So this is what is happening with our people. So we're watching people, rather they're Moors with fezzes or Moors without fezzes. That is what's happening, bro. So all the negative, which has always been going on, they always spread the negative out about Moors, period. Because a Moor did this, that don't mean that they're not Moor. It's like saying if a brother killed another brother, that's not a black man. You follow me? Because a black man cheated on his wife or beat up his wife, that don't mean that he's not a black man. So these people who are mistakenly called black people are Moors, and these are the conversations that they don't want to have. I don't know about all these other Moors that's talking about Islamisms and all that. Nah, that's not me, B. If you want to know the history, we can go there. We can. So I done already put the work in on all of this, bro. I done did it. So I don't have to keep doing it. And again, nobody was financing me. I was not getting financed by none of these cats at all. You get on this feed, you'll be on here with me for 5 hours or whatever. I ain't gonna be 5 hours, but off of this mug, you'd be like, yo, why should I donate to him? He don't like black people. You know what I mean? He don't like Moors. No, brother, it's the truth. When I did this newspaper, brother, I was trying to help people back then. When I did that paper, nobody put up money. Even went to the radio station. This is the weird part, brother. I went to radio and brought Taj Tariq Bey on the radio. I'm the one that brought Taj on radio.
Right.
Was. So this was the newspaper right here. That was my paper. And if you go here, you'll see what? Editor, Sabir Bey. Right there. Editor, Sabir Bey.
Mm-hmm.
Even had a George Prudence section inside there. And if you see, my name is right there. Even had that in there. Yeah. So all this UCC one stuff and, oh, brother, we're going to accept it for value. Accept what for value? Find value in yourself. That was the crazy part. So I'm on the phone with Shafiq. So if I don't even know if our scientists watching this video, nigga, don't call me. Text me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what's up. He be like, text me. I ain't running, but just text me. You know, some people be compromised sometimes, brother.
Man.
Let's see how much Sabir knows. No, but I can't even hide. You can actually go online and find me, to tell you the truth. I was just joking. But let me show you some more what I was doing, bro. This is another. These are all papers I did before there was an internet. I mean YouTube. Civil alert. The unknowing are slaves to liars. That's August 2003. You think I just made this up? No, brother. I got a lot of it, bro. No, I put a lot of work in. So I had news articles that would come out too, back in 2003, taken from my family, my son that got killed. So when I did this, people didn't care when I brought Taj on the radio. Y'all didn't care. Nobody was supporting. And this is why my brother Shafiq that I was on the phone with, let me tell you how ill this was with him. He walked away from the radio. This is before you had cameras in the room. He walked away from it because nobody was putting money up. We didn't have checking accounts, savings accounts. We was doing it from the grassroots, brother, thinking people was going to support it, and nobody supported. So this thinking, so I shouldn't feel some type of way from back then that coming out my pocket, thousands, not hundreds, thousands, to inform people, and people don't give a damn about you. So this is what was happening. No scandals. That's like Malcolm Jamal wanted. You ain't got no scandals on me, my nigga. You ain't got none of that stuff on Sabir. It's none of that. You can't say I sold paperwork. You can't say I beat out women. You can't say I don't take care of my children. What you want to say? You can't say I'm gay. I mean, what you want to do? Which part? Think about it. So those are the newspapers. This is another one I did. You've been cited. These are news articles I was doing, brother. Every week coming out my pocket. Every week. Nobody saying, yo, brother, here's 15,000 or 1,500. It's a lot of work in all of this, bro.
That was up against the final call, though.
No, that was in 2003. So let me show you what else I did. You want to see what else I did? I'm gonna take you back. Give me 1 second. You ready? I'm gonna show you what I did. But most of y'all don't even have this video. So bear with me. You don't even know about this, bro. What y'all know about this video? Watch this. Oh, and this was about 4 or 5, maybe that might have been longer than that. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Oh, really? The Children of the Sun? Jose Pimenta Bay? How many of y'all know? Oh, he got paid hefty to come out here back then. Oh, at Sabir Bay Productions. Oh, really? Look how short my locks was. I just kept it on mute. You don't need to hear all that. You can get the video, though, probably. So,
Yeah, put that on Patreon.
In here, please. If you want to take pictures, you can take pictures, but please put your phone on vibrate. Get with me? Put your phone on vibrate, because you know what Jesus called it in the middle of our conversation.
Soft
And I'm not going to get into it.
which means that the doctors are coming from the South. The practice of circumcision is also understood to come from the South. So there are many things that are telling us, and that if you're trying to figure out the foundations, even of Nile Valley civilization, you have to look further than what we know today as the boundaries of Egypt, and even in antiquity, what we do as Egypt, we still go a lot further south. And clearly there's an Ethiopian or Meroitic or Cushitic or Nubian connection. So, all right. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and where I'm from. I was born in New York State. My uncle, Johnny Foster Bay, when I was about 14, started talking about Moors. At 14, you can imagine what I must have been thinking. Like, okay, what is this? At 15, it started to seep in, particularly when he started referencing people like J.A. Rogers and John Henry Clark and Chancellor Williams. Because what he was doing was encouraging me as a young man to begin to study myself. Part of my family, my father's is from Cuba, which is why I have the name Jose Pimienta. But my father always identified as being Afro-Cuban and affirming that he was a Cuban of African ancestry. My mother's family is exceedingly international because I have family that came from Barbados, from Bermuda, and Morocco. So the connections then to Africa and to the Caribbean. So for me, growing up and trying to put the pieces together as to what my identity was or is, it was very important for me to take seriously what the ancient Kemites, Nubians understood as know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you can't possibly know anything that you conceive of as God. Because you essentially are an extension of that great God. So by studying yourself, it's kind of like reverse engineering. You're studying that which produced you, which created you, Pater, Father. So I took seriously what Uncle Johnny was saying when he talked about knowing myself. So that journey then ultimately led me to decide to go to college to study history. I also went in fully understanding that all history wasn't necessarily true. But what history did teach me was how to cross-reference, think critically, and retain large amounts of information that may seem useless to certain people. But then to pull that in later and basically use that to make sense of the present world. I tell my students, and in fact, one of my students from 10 years ago is in the audience now, who came out to actually come and hear his old professor from Berea College, Tracy Neville, who is now he's a Kentucky young man who's now a California implant. And also another former student of mine from West Virginia University, Aki Ito, who is also sitting here, who came out to hear me as well. So that always is very encouraging for me to
no more. If you want it, I think I'm gonna put it on Patreon. And see, this is the thing that people, what they don't show y'all. That's his book. See, this is the thing. When I was doing all this work, brother, nobody said, yo, let's talk to Sabir. Let's talk to Sabir and figure this thing out. Let's put money behind this. No, it's me. So no, I won't put money behind Sabir because you know why? He may say the truth. He may tell the truth about something. No, we can't do that. So let me bring him out here. You'll probably never see that. Now, dope, don't it? Original Americans.
I want to welcome everybody to the Keep Alive Center. My name is Sabir Bay.
That's in Pasadena for y'all that don't know. We did that in Pasadena. See, this is the thing, like, I have so much, brother, that will blow y'all mother freaking minds, bro. All this stuff that you keep hearing these dudes talk about, nah, G, it's a lot to me. It's a lot to what is going on. So I'm gonna show you a little bit more that I've done. That was with Taj and I. This is a documentary I did on Noble Drew years ago, Prophet of the People. I got a whole bunch of these things. I got receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. But let me show you this too. Bear with me. This is the cover of it right here. This is the cover. And it says what? Severe reduction. This is what we did in Houston, Texas, when it was only supposed to be Taj and myself, but we did a triple light tour. That's Abdullah, that's Taj, that's me. It was called the Triple Light Tour. Y'all don't get it. I told you I got a lot of stuff that y'all would never probably see. You know why? Because we don't appreciate real people who put real work in. We don't support the people. So all the dirty Moors, and my sister, Atakia Bay, would say, y'all support the dirty Moors, the ones that tell you don't talk to Sabir. You can put me in a room with any of these Moors that y'all are watching on social media, Allahi, and trust me, it will be a fun field day with me. Because anything you want to know about the UCCs, I can break it down to its very last compound. But please don't try to play me on this feed and get something for free. It don't work that way. So, matter of fact, before I go, this is the whole thing about the postal zone. These are all documents I had for years, not 5 years, not 10 years, but for years I had these documents. Okay? I could tell you all about all of this. Go get all of them on social media. So when they see us doing the stuff that we're doing to each other, they laughing at us. We a joke to these people. Domestic address. I go down the line with all of this stuff, B. UCCs, what you want to talk about? Pick your poison. Which one you want? What UCCs are you referring to? Hold up. Which one are you talking about, bro? What they talking about? I'm accepted for value, brother, because the UCC. I'm going to tell you, brother, because I'm going to discharge the mother freaker right here. Nah, it's much deeper than that, y'all. It's way deeper than that. It's so deep. So it's beyond deep. It ain't just a package. It was a brother that paid $3,000 for his name correction. And it wasn't even, yo, it was wow, bro. Niggas are getting burnt, and then when it don't work out for them, oh brother, we can have our own driver's license. What driver's license, nigga? They gonna use real ID. What driver's license these cats is talking about? This one my boy said, ask them about a passport. How many of them have a passport? So the crazy part with me, right? I have a passport and the passport card. I have both of them, but I utilize the passport card because the passport card does not have an address on it. So me personally, I could be living in Kalamazoo. And this is the thing that y'all should be asking for, but this is the stuff that you don't want to pay for because somebody said, I got the answer to all of this. I got the answer, brother. I'm going to tell you. How much you got? $3,000? Four, what? 3,500? Not a problem. Come on, give me what? Ooh, this stuff is crazy with these Moors, bro. This stuff is insane, brother. So I'll be on phone with people who got burnt to be asking me to contact people. I'll be like, nigga, I don't know where these people at, man.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, I've spoken to Moors, and it's like, you know, they fully buying into this Moors travel documents, and they making it sound good, talking about the documents protected by trust and all kind of shit. And then so I start running in stuff too, and I'm like, yo, like, did you think to ask these people these types of questions?
Listen, you can go get the Moors right now, whoever they are. Go get that dude, Brother Truth. Go get that dude. That nigga be selling. I'll be like, Nick, go get him. Go get all of these cats. Go shit as the Brother Truth and put me in a room with Brother Truth. And that nigga, he got named Brother Truth and ain't living truthfully. Like, how the hell you got a name Brother Truth and you're not even living truthfully? Well, Sabir, they think they're doing the right thing. No, sit with some people who's been in this thing for a minute and pick their brain. Put me in a room with them and see how this go. A lawyer, if somebody paid me to go fly to one of their lectures or whatever, I'd just sit in the room and wouldn't say nothing. I guarantee you they'd be shook just by me sitting in the room, not opening my mouth. Because this is the thing, brother. I know what they're reading. I know where they're getting the information from. Trust me. They sound good. And then they fade away. Because this is the thing, brother. There was a guy by the name of Leon Stout, which y'all probably don't know who that man is. There was another guy by the name of Henry Griswold. Henry Griswold, I think his name was. And these are two Europeans that used to come to Philly. Shout out to my brother Noah. And then Noah's another person y'all don't even know who that is. Noah used to bring a lot of people to Philly. Right? How you spoke on these brothers you have a tendency to mention? If so, what is the response to the decline? I don't even know. Just go get it. I say share it to them. I don't talk about nobody behind their back. Go get them. The best thing you can do is go share this to them. That's the best thing you can do is go share the video. So, and go to right to this particular part. So there was a guy named Henry Griswold, right? And Leon Stout. These were Europeans who used to come to Philly, and David Wynn Miller. Y'all probably know him. I think he passed away too. And we used to have like classes in North Philly at Noah's house. We used to have them come, or they would meet us in the airport. We would have these panels, like this is in the 90s. So we used to have these sit down. So I remember it was Henry Griswold who said it's going to be the Moors that's going to fix this. That nigga was old back then. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga was old back then, nigga. So, and the other one was Leon Stout, Leon something, and Henry Griswold, David Wynn Miller. And if you don't know, y'all should look him up. He may be, I think he passed away. So let me explain to you who Miller is. David Wynn Miller, if you can look him up online, Jarrell, I think he passed away.
Yeah, I'm aware of him with the syntax grammar and all that.
Yes. So
yeah, he told.
He passed away. In many conversations with him, he used to come to Philly. He used to talk about the Styles manual, right? And I want y'all to hear me. And when people get a little bit of position or power, right, they will use that against other people, right? This is why you don't see me using people, or nor do Taj use people. But people will use us to get what they need, and then they would disappear, right? So David Wynn Miller used to have this thing called the Styles manual. And this is how tight it was back then. He used to talk about the word parking, right? Parking is an action word. Walking is an action word. Talking is an action word. And he said, this is how they got people twisted to this day. How could you get a parking ticket when you're already parked? Listen to this again. This is the game they play. And the people that play these games on you, y'all afraid to talk to. Or you get somebody that don't know the history, that know part of the history, that are part of the UCCs, part of the law, and then you'll put them on it because they're so anxious to try to show you how much they know. And this is why they get caught up. So David Wynn Miller, right? And I was in Emory Law Library, and his Styles manuals in Emory Law Library, right? So David Wynn Miller would say, how could you get a parking ticket when you already parked? Now I'm gonna show you how this would go, just in case y'all don't get this. So if Brother Truth still is, tell him to call me, give me a percentage. It should say for the parking of the car. God damn, sound much better, don't it? I told you it's a lot to me. It's a whole lot. I'm gonna repeat this again. It should say for the parking of the car, not parking ticket, because the parking would be the action. You can't get a parking ticket when you already parked. See how that works? Very simple. That wasn't complicated, was it? That didn't just cost you $1,500, did it? Fuck this shit. They need to take my class, bro. I'll be real with you, because this is funny as hell. This is weird. I'm gonna repeat this again for y'all that's in the back. It should be for the parking of the car, not parking ticket. And this is the weird part about people. So when we were really doing what we were doing in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we was killing the game with it. So again, they can't have you woke. So majority of the people that you are watching old VHS videos of what we were doing. Facts. This is why I don't put out everything to everybody. But if you want to have this conversation, we can do it Chicago, Detroit, wherever on this planet, brother. And we can go to every law library and it will blow your mother freaking mind. We could do a law class in any law library. And I will tell you to go get Corpus Juris Secundum. You go get Words and Phrases. You get American Jurisprudence. You go get this. And we sit down at the table and we open up the book. Every book from Corpus Juris Secundum to American Jurisprudence to Words and Phrases to Ballantyne's, Black Star, Bouvier's, Blackstone. And we can sit there to the United States codes, to Purdon's, and we can sit there. Just imagine the impact that would have. But Negroes are not there, brother. They're not. I can literally tell you what's inside every last one of those books and how to apply it to your daily life. To your life. Because I'm fine. I have no problems. Let me tell you what just happened to me. I was talking to my brother Shafiq just now, again, earlier. So he got he has this thing TSA pre-check, right? I need y'all to follow me 1 second. So if you don't know what TSA pre-check is, they take your fingerprints, right? And now this is the Moors. I don't need to do my fingerprints. I don't need TSA pre-check, brother. Excuses, right? So they take your fingerprints, right? And I used to look at that as a bad thing, but I could use it to my advantage if it makes sense. So I sat back and I said, Shafiq, how long it took you to get the TSA pre-check? He said, well, it took them 2 months. I said, I thought it was just me because I'm thinking they trying to figure out who I am, right? But it's been about a month with me right now. So the TSA pre-check, they go through your background. They go to the FBI background, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards, right? So I said, God damn. Like I'm calling these people. They say, okay, you at the last leg, Sabir. We just waiting for TSA in the federal government. I was like, nigga, the federal government, because they're going to run a background. Now, if you go to my records, you're not going to see a different name. You're going to see Sabir Bey. Moors can't do that. They're going to have a different name than compared to the name that they're doing right now. If that makes sense. So if your name is Yusef, your name is David or Gregory, if you did fingerprint that nigga, right? And this is the thing I want people to understand. I don't have an AKA. They also known as. I don't have AKAs. I don't switch up names. I don't do none of those things. It's Sabir Bey, period. If you Google it, Sabir Bey will pop up, right? So instead of saying, let me talk with Sabir, how could we get this thing done? Like I said, my newspaper. When I did my newspaper, brother, I was like, if everybody would have put up $300, I could have had the newspaper out. Just imagine if everybody paid up $300 or $400 because you pay that much to put it in newspapers, right? So imagine if everybody put up $300, $400, I can start the whole newspaper all over again. And everybody could put their name inside the newspapers. See how simple that was? In the newspaper. And my paper would be global. It would be in Africa. It would be in Spain. It would be all over. So now what does that do? That would actually help you. So when you get into trouble, what happens? You can say, well, I've always been using this particular name. Here's the records right here. And that's what I have done. But we don't have sincere people here. Everybody wants something for nothing. You will find money, $50,000 for Tariq to build a museum that ain't worth nothing. You will find $1 million for Umar Johnson to build a school, and the school ain't even there no more. This is the crazy part. So don't expect me to do stuff for free. I asked everybody could they help out to get to Atlanta. Only a few people, but I didn't even punch $500. It was $1,513. I think he said $1,300 for my daughter and I before this Wednesday. Couldn't get it. So don't expect anything from me, bro. And please, people, do not email me. Don't text me. Don't say I got one question. Like the Moor hit me up today. Sabir, can you wear a passport can you wear a fez on your passport? This brother hit me up with that today, bro. Jarrell. He said, could you, I swear to God, this is crazy shit. Yeah, he said, This dude said, "Can I wear a fez on a passport?" Why would you want to do that? Like, I really wasn't trying to figure him out. Like, why? What purpose do you see any other ethnicity with any of those things on a passport? I'm just asking. No. Let me explain to you why that's not a good thing to do, people. Even if, okay, let me just help you out. Is that my brother Saj Moore? Let me tell you what it is. If I was to go, first of all, my name says Sabir Bey on the passport. At least your panel supports. No, they don't. Brother, listen, don't make up stuff. They don't. No, they don't. I could probably say 4 people on this feed. 4 people. 4 people. Okay. I'm not getting, and it's not thousands, brother. So please, okay. I'm banned on, I don't get no super chat either. They told me I'm under review right now on super chat. They said, "Well, you teach hate." They told me on super chat when I went to go hit YouTube up. They said the reason why you don't get super chat because you do hate speech. And I said, "Nigga, what did I say that was hateful?" I never. You could talk about niggas' panties, somebody's panties stinking. Somebody look like a dirty clothes, dirty laundry, nigga. Like, ooh, like you can say that kind of stuff. So no, I don't get super chats, brother. So if you want to be a supporter, you can help. Okay, let me help you out, fam. There it is, right there. Zelle, PayPal, or Chime. Put your money where your mouth is, because you've been on here for a minute doing a lot of typing. There it is, right there. I'm gonna make you pay first. Make it pay to be on the panel. There it is, right there. I'm gonna start with you. I can't make nobody do anything. I'm not in the business of making people, bro. That's the problem. I don't make people do anything. And what you can do is go to Zelle, my email, PayPal, Chime, or Apple Pay. You be the first one before I block you, because you are getting ready to get blocked. I'm just being 100 with you. Not because I'm running from you. I'm just helping you out. So my point, people, I don't swindle people. I'm straight up 110%. I can walk y'all through this to show you how crazy this is, big. Insane. Freaking insane. I just said because I don't know what you mean. I don't even know who you are, because you could be a stalker. I said you be the first one to support. How about that part? You be the first one. Zelle, PayPal, Chime. If a brother from the UK put $15 in, why don't you do it? And you in the States, you get paid from the white man. So these are the things that is happening, people. Seriously, it's insane. It's really insane. I don't have time for nobody's bull, like Shafiq said. We ain't got time for it. And a lot of people, a lot of really good people walked away from a lot of stuff. I really, brother Hakeem Bey, my brother Kamar Gabriel, my brother Johanna Conray Ill, my brother El Shafiq, all of them walked away. They walked away. And Taj and I, and maybe the Duke of Tears, is really the only people that is really trying to keep this thing alive, brother. And we in a battle, fam. Yeah, we, yeah, I'm going, this nigga went weird. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I upset you. Don't never come back. But I know you will. Don't never come back. You see how I just ticked him off by something he just went for? That nigga weird. I'm leaving the motherfucking channel, nigga. You'll be back. You have no choice to come back. Because I can pull your card, show you that you're not a real person. You're not real men. So people, don't look at some of these Moors that is doing things. People, look for the ones who is actually doing things. Ask them what their work ethic is. Seriously, ask them. That's it. So I can talk about the UCCs. I could talk about pitting liens against property. All these beautiful things that people keep talking about. I just choose not to. I can sell you paperwork if you want me to sell you paperwork. I'm not going to sell you no paperwork, bro. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you how I did it. They always come back with fake pages. I already know, brother. We ain't got to address them.
So you and already wrote the book on it. You wrote the book on how to do liens and all that.
I wrote books on that stuff. I got a book on liens. I literally have a book on liens. I swear it's weird as hell, bro. I got books on liens, bro. Why? Because I put a lien against my car first. I did it. Facts. Right? Duke is in the Chitlin circuit right now. He on all over these podcasts. Well, let me say this, and this is not a stab on Duke of Tears. Duke of Tears don't speak on the subjects that I speak on. A lot of these things, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, because people be like, where did Duke of Tears we come up with this information at? I swear to God, people be trying to figure this motherfucker out. I'll be like, I don't know. This is no stab on him. That's my brother, but it's some real stuff, babe. Hey, listen, this some real stuff be happening, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. But they would not have Sabir on there. Even if I was on a platform with Duke of Tears, I would question his stuff. I'm just being real with you. I do stuff like that, people. I'm a Gemini. I'll question people's stuff. Where have you been? If you say that this is Morocco, nigga, I'm gonna be like, well, Morocco? How is this Morocco? That's a French word. You see what I'm saying?
That part.
What do you mean, Sabir? What do you mean, Sabir? I bet you Duke of Tears never even saw this book before. You know who this is? This is the real book. This is the original. You know what this is? Anybody? Anybody read the Africa versus America book? This is the original, not the AI copy online. It's not even the original one. This is the original. You know anything about this Africa versus America book? Oh, y'all can get this too. It's for the Spanish version is $428. $428 for the Spanish version of it. I was over Spain trying to find it for the longest. Yeah, factual. But let me see if I can pull something up. Give me 1 minute. One second. Let me see if I can find it. Did I even have it? I thought I had it up here. Let me see if I can pull it up. I found the book when I was in Spain, and the book was $400 and something for the book. And if you read that book, you will understand a lot about history. I've been in a lot of these countries.
So yeah, I'm still working on it. But even just the small section I read, it was so much info in it. Yep.
There was a lot inside that book. A whole lot inside that book. Let me see if I can pull this up. Give me 1 minute. If I can find it. And I guarantee the Duke of Tears ain't talking about that one. Not a knock on him, but he's not. Let me see if I can pull it up online. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find her. It's not even available online anymore. Let me see if I can find her. The history of what she was talking about, how she made a connection between Africa and America. Damn, I thought I had the article up here, brother, but I don't even have the article up here. But she broke down Africa, the connection between Africa and America, and how it's all connected. It was so crazy, but I was all over trying to find her book, but I found it in Spanish. Well, I thought I had it up here. I don't need to be shown, but I got it. Okay, but it's so much history, bro. I have the English version if you want the English version of it. Okay, it's a knock. This is how the divide continued. It's not a knock, brother. Whatever which way y'all look at it, it's not a knock. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I told you the type of person I am. I'm just real with it. If you believe it's a knock, then that's a knock. It's not a knock, family. I'm just telling you this. It's not a knock. So don't ever create division amongst our people because it's not a knock. I'm just telling you what it is and what y'all think. Here should go right here. What you believe or what you think. So it's not a knock. Okay? So here she go right here. This is her. That's her, right? She's a duchess. Let me scroll down here to what she said. One second. Niggas always got to say something's a knock. It's not a knock. Get out your feelings, fam. Because I'll talk to him and anybody else. And in here, her whole article, she speaks about it. Here it is. The hero who fought against the Moors was black. So, but the catch in this, it wouldn't be the word black, it would be Negro in Spanish. Oh no, I'll definitely do a video with Duke Gutierrez, no doubt. I'll definitely do one with him. No doubt. But I was over there in Spain. Been over there multiple times. El Andalus, that's what it's called. It's not a challenge to him. It's not about a challenge. It's just that you got to set the record straight with people who's putting out. I'm not saying he's putting out misinformation, but I'm just saying you add on. It's not about being misinformation. So you compare, and this is what you do. You compare. Okay, if I wasn't somewhere, let me give you an example. You was in the Navy, right, brother? Jarrell?
Army,
right?
yeah.
If I've never been in the Army, I'm gonna talk to him about being in the Army. You see what I'm saying? There's things that I may not know what they do. I know the regular stuff they do, but certain things that you may not know. So that's my point. If I know something, right, and I saw it firsthand, not once, not twice, not three, but quite a few times, I'm going to get in contact with him and say, yo, brother, tell me something, what you found over there. And how can we compare the notes? How can we compare what's over here and what's over there? So I didn't just go to Spain. I was in Turkey. I was in Tunis, North Africa. I was in Morocco. I was in Portugal. Just came back from Portugal in November. So when I'm saying these things, people, how and where do you compare the notes together, if that makes sense? You follow me? I know this brother, Tyree from Houston. I knew Mama Cynthia Ill and me. You used to build. I moved back to Tampa. You went back to Tampa? So these are the things, brother. That's all I'm saying. And it's not to go back and forth or trying to downplay our people. I will give my brother Duke Gutierrez his flowers but you also have to correct some of the stuff that is going out, because what is happening, people are getting in trouble behind a lot of this stuff. A lot of people are. They get in trouble because you think you put tags on your car and everything is cool when you ain't produced the car. You see what I'm saying? You can think you can put tags on the car when you ain't produced the car, or you could just discharge a car that you rented and everything is fine. You see what I'm saying? So far as the history wise, he's a little on it. He's good. But my people, you have to understand this part also. You follow me? People say the Moors are enemies because they literally taught the enemy help. They helped the colonizer. No doubt. No doubt. We did. And we still doing it. So somebody just said that on TikTok. Do you know that we're doing the same thing? Helping the enemy? Look what somebody said on TikTok. We still doing it. How many people y'all know work for them? So let me ask you a question. What do you think Ben Crump is doing? Al Sharpton is doing? Dr. Greg Carr is doing? What do you think they're doing? Some of the people in the conscious community, should I name them too? So we still doing the same thing. That's why you don't have nobody talking about the Moors at Howard University, and that's supposed to be an HBCU. They don't talk about the Moors at HBCU. Dr. Greg Carr is not. So when you talk about Moors, what Moors are we referring to? Because they still Moors. They just call themselves black. See how that works? So if they're Moors, right? If you're a historian, why haven't they brought this up about the slave at Harvard University? Have you ever heard Roland Martin, Dr. Greg Carr, who else out there talk about the slaves that was at Harvard and who was the Moor that was a slave at Harvard? Have they ever brought this up? It's 134 pages. Let's scroll down here for a second. I went down to Harvard to get this. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm asking this question before I get off of here. Have you ever heard them talk about this, brother Jarrell?
Nope, not at all.
Any of their platforms? But you can look on YouTube and see that Sabir was at Harvard. Punch in Harvard in Sabir Bay. Right? Give me 1 second. Let's blow it up so you can see together. Enslaved man known as a Moor. Who? Now go look me up on YouTube and punch in Sabir Bay at Harvard University. So when I was there, I'm walking through the campus talking to the people, trying to figure this thing out. But you would think that we want to have this type of conversation. I would love to be in the room with them. Come on, baby. Let's show you a little bit more. How many of y'all saw this document before? Raise your hand. So let's move forward. One more time. Let's go to this one. Give me 1 second because I'm almost finished. So it's not Sabir that's misleading you. Let's go here. Let's blow this one up. How many of y'all ever read this book, The State by State Race and Racism? You can get this book too. I think it's $200 something, 100, it was 100, 200 for this. The book State by State Race and Racism in the United States lists the Moor as the first documented enslaved person of African descent. Did y'all read it? Okay, so let me show you what the book looked like. How many of y'all knew that? Let's go to the book real fast. Bear with me. I'm almost finished. Here's the book right here. It's 1,118 pages. This is what I mean by showing proof to the people, and the people that you support don't show you proof. They just tell you. So that's the book. If you want to get it, holler at me. But let me show you a little bit more. One more book.
See it. Amazon got it $208 hardcover.
Oh, y'all can get it for $75 from me. This is the thing that people and get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, G. Or you could have me speak on it. I do a whole lecture on it. How about this one right here? Ebony and Ivory as an Ivy League. Right? Harvard would have failed if it was not for one African known on the record as a Moor. Damn. Did y'all know about this one? So they got to put out the negative pertaining to the Moors. Everything negative about the Moors. Nothing positive. Let's show the Moors stealing people's houses. Not saying let's talk to a Moor that knows their history. How you might you read that book? Ebony and Ivy. I went to Harvard down there, people, to get this stuff. It's a lot of work. So it's a lot of work in what we do, people. Again, stop letting these people distract you with negative stuff on social media about the Moors. Tell them to contact Duke of Tears, no doubt. I would say contact Duke of Tears. I would say contact Taj, but Taj is an elder. Contact Moors that is active, not passive. Noble Drew Ali said that. He said we want active Moors, not passive Moors. Active Moors, not passive Moors. Can I show you something before I go? This is me in Tunis. That'd be North Africa, y'all, in El Katawin. Let me show y'all something. This is in El Katawin in North Africa, Tunis. And in the fishbowl, I was sitting with a sister in Tunis, and I said to her, you know what kind of fish that is? It's a blackamoor fish. That's a blackamoor fish. And I'm sitting there. It's a goldfish that y'all call goldfish. It's a blackamoor fish. And I was telling the sister, and when you watch the TV show of Arnold and Willis and Arnold, remember that? They were sitting there. He was talking to a fish, Willis was. Was it Arnold? Arnold, right?
Arnold, yeah, the fish was Abraham.
His name was Abraham. And he was sitting with a fish. The fish was a blackamoor fish. You the Moor, brother. Doesn't matter. So don't ever create something beef with my brother Duke. That's my brother. I would love to be doing something with him, no doubt. But I won't be there. I was trying to make it there to Atlanta. But the way my bank account is set up, I won't be there because I would have to pay for my daughter too. So shout out my brother in ATL. Shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ. I will be there in spirit, but I do have my daughter with me, so it's more expensive for me to fly with my daughter. I was going to leave tomorrow. By the stroke of magic, if I get 1,500, I'll show up before the nights is over because the flights was high as hell, brother, going down there from LA. So listen, people, holla at me. Again, if you want the contract book I did a book on contracts. I did a book on liens. If you want to talk to me about the UCCs or whatever it is, brother, I'm with it. But yeah, it's a lot. But go support my brother Amadeus Christ. We will beat it. This is our second storm. We're going to do Philadelphia too. We're working on doing Philly also. So I think I may be done, brother. And I'm gonna put my Apple Pay, my banner up here for my Apple Pay, Chime, PayPal, and Zelly. That's it right there. But listen, get with my brother Chris. Again, y'all, if I can make it there, I'll make it. If not, I will be there in spirit, bro. In spirit. And again, don't deal with negativity, baby. Okay? So I do got to agree. Go put my daughter to bed. But I appreciate everybody on the feed. I got to close out with something. Just remember this. You're a miracle, y'all. Share the videos out. I got to go.
80%.
Peace.
I woke up realizing I am a miracle. Starting with the umbilical cord, I'm a miracle. Forget whatever I can afford. I am a miracle. Walking with the strength of a Lord. Spitting lyrical. How am I even spitting it all? That's a miracle. 30 years, KRS-One. How we still hearing you? Yo, it's a miracle. No, not just my lyricals. My data is empirical when it comes to these miracles. Within the miracle, I am the miracle. I am the pinnacle. Never unhittable. See, I'm the typical, mystical, meta and physical, rational and spiritual, mind over material. I am the miracle. Say it with me. I am the miracle. Wipe away the doubt, the disbelief, and the fear in you. Project your mind down the line about a year or two. See yourself pursuing it and doing what you here to do. You are the miracle. Yes, you are the miracle. You get what you expect. See 1,000 people cheering you. You are the miracle. You and I are miracle. This is intellectually critical and political. Yes, you are the miracle. Cause space with the imperial. We didn't lose our spiritual. That alone is a miracle. Standing on principle while others steady dissing you. And political. Yes, you are the miracle. Cause space with the imperial. We didn't lose our spiritual. That alone is a miracle. Standing on principle while others steady dissing you, but still showing love, living above. That's a miracle. They tried to put the fear in you, act like they wasn't hearing you, but that was minimal. You remain the miracle. No hate or bitterness, cause both are reciprocal. Not to become hateful toward hate, that's a miracle. The rent due and the landlord, he ain't hearing you, but the check with no money on it you gave him just planned for you. Miracle. When you pray, someone's always hearing you. Ancestors, Holy Spirit, maybe someone near to you.
You are a miracle. First you are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle. First you are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle.
Bring your house out because tomorrow's not promised, people. You got hate, remove it. Promise tomorrow's not promised to nobody.
Just take a look around. There's so many miracles. You should never think that you alone and no one cares for you. The very air you breathe in every day is shared with you. It's when you take for granted all that's been prepared for you. That's when you can't see the miracle. It's there for you. Perceive what you believe. Don't be deceived by the fear in you. Life, that's a miracle. Your wife, that's a miracle. You got 2 kids, then twice. That's a miracle. Living in the city every day. That's a miracle. Crime all around, but you okay. That's a miracle. Walking in the spiritual, you seeing all the miracles. Things always seem to work out for you. Miracle. Heaven's always cheering you. The path is always clear for you. Divinity is steering you right towards what you're here to do. Miracle. The universe, that's a miracle. It reflects what you project like a mirror. Miracle.
Yes, you are a miracle. First you are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle. First you are a miracle. Yes, you are a miracle. You are a miracle. You are a miracle.
Shout out to G. Simone Parker. That was KRS One's wife. And KRS One is called Miracles. Again, nowhere on social media you're going to get it like this. Reach out to me. My email is there. Again, shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ and anybody else that goes to the place. We're going to work on doing something in Philadelphia, showing a premiere of Heavy as the Crown 2. Peace. Gotta go.